Hey, what's up? It's PM Designs, and tonight I want to take a look at something that I recently got into doing photography related, and that's shooting with old vintage lenses on a modern full frame mirrorless camera. Personally, I'm using the A7 from Sony, and the reason why I picked that up when I did is because it's full frame, its price point, and the fact that it also has, there we go. It has, viewfinder that you can put your eye up to. It is an electronic viewfinder, has a tiltable screen, a lot of features that I liked. Now they do have the A7 Mark II out now, which has in-body stabilization. So if you're wanting to shoot with older lenses, that's something that you may want to look into getting. It is going to be a little bit more expensive, but that stabilization will allow you to shoot at slower shutter speeds and still maintain a good stable image. So that's up to you. If you're not wanting to spend that much, you can go a little bit cheaper and look at the A6000, and that one's basically about half the price of the A7, and it still has 24 megapixel sensor, focus points. So it also, the reason why I would recommend the A6000, it does have the electronic viewfinder on it, which to me is a big plus. Also has the tilty screen. The reason why I say you want the optical viewfinder is because in bright situations, this screen will become washed out. So there you go. The only reason I'm only looking at the Sony lenses or Sony cameras for this video is that's what I have some experience with. Now, the one advantage with the mirrorless systems is that with the Sony, it allows you to have focus peaking. So when you have that turned on, it'll highlight the edges of the image in either red, yellow, or white, and that'll show you what part of your images are going to be in focus. And really simple to set up. Go in the menu, click yes, tell it how sensitive you want it to be, or how bright or thick you want it to trim things in, and you're good to go. Now, once you have your camera picked out, you need to go get an adapter. Now, you may want to get this adapter next or after you've bought some lenses, or if you're getting some lenses from a relative or whatever, but you're going to need to get an adapter that is made to adapt from your camera's mount type, which in this case is going to be the Sony NEX mount or E mount, to, in this case, the Minolta MD to MC. That's the lenses I've chosen to go with is the Minolta mounts, and I have a Sony camera, so there you go. This is the adapter that I picked up. Really like it. Obviously, it doesn't pass any communications through it because there is none. So there you go. It's just a simple thing. It attaches to the camera, attaches to the lens. You're good to go. The one I have, no light leaks, no issues with it. Then you can go and you need to start looking at getting some lenses. This is one area, like I said a minute ago, you may want to look into getting your adapter after you've picked out lenses, which is what I did. I found some lenses I wanted. I bought mine on Amazon. However, when you're buying lenses, you do need to make sure that you're buying lenses that are free from scratches, dust issues inside the lens, fungus. Make sure that you're buying a lens that's going to give you a good, clean, usable image. Now, some of these older lenses might be a little soft, as far as the image, because the glass technology back then and the coatings or lack thereof. But you can find some really good old lenses. And one thing that I didn't think about when I purchased the lenses that I purchased was the fact that they may not come with caps. So you may need to purchase those if you're worried about that, which, they're inexpensive enough, so I'd pick up, rear caps and a front cap for it. I'm going to be doing that for the lenses I have. But really just take a look. We'll click on this one. As you can see, I clicked on that one earlier. Go down and read the description on it. This one, give you some specs on it. This video, okay. Condition. You want to make sure that you read what's going on with the lens. Make sure that you see everything. Look at the photos of the lens. Take a look at everything. Do they have one of the rear of the lens? Come here, please. Take a look at everything. Take a look at, all what you're getting with it. If you have questions, contact the seller. They should be able to answer your questions. And then another place that I've found online is keh.com. Now, I have not purchased anything from them, so if you have, leave your comments about them in the comments section so others will know a little bit more about this company, since, like I said, I haven't done any purchases with them. But we'll go ahead and show you on their site. You can go to shop by brand, which I meant to click on shop by mount. If I click on the right thing, let's try it. There we go. Now we'll go down here and we'll look at the Minolta MDMC and R mount. Now you'll see that they have 198 items, which I almost will say that that's only actual categories of items, because underneath those you have the different conditions. So we can go look, and we want an actual Minolta lens. So we can go through and we can see the condition, and some of these that they offer, like this one, the 28 to 70, they have it in an as is, excellent, and an excellent plus, and those prices range from $5 to $49. So go ahead and click on that one, and you can see it shows you, which if I hover over it, if I hover over here, it'll tell you what each of their conditions mean. And in this one, excellent, but it does have the front filter ring is damaged. So one thing that I will say about this company is I really would like if, on this, if I could click to see photos of it, or, see, like, I do appreciate that they do say what's damaged on it, but I'd want to see, pictures of this excellent plus compared to this excellent, compared to this as is, and that's just what I would like to see. Which I understand if they're doing a high volume of stuff, that probably won't be very practical, but it would be nice. Although I'm sure you can email them and they can send you a photo of it. That way, you're getting something. Although at the price that you're talking, with some of these, it might be worth that chance. But that's up to you. Another place that you can go to is relatives that used to be into photography, or even some that weren't really into photography. They may have old film cameras that it's just sitting in the back of the closet, and they'd be happy to see you, enjoy those old film cameras and lenses that they had. Or, go into thrift stores, Goodwills, places like that, flea markets, pawn shops, antique stores, any places that deal with older stuff and used equipment, local camera stores even. I know with all this stuff you almost forget about your local camera store, but it's good to go take a walk in there. They may have some older stuff. Even some of the people that work there may, when you start talking about old film lenses and stuff, they may even have stuff that they'll probably be like, look, I'm not even using this old stuff anymore. I have no intentions of using it. I'll make you a deal on all my old film stuff. So, it's something to me. I've been really, really enjoying shooting with the old lenses and stuff. Yes, you have to set your aperture on it. Yes, you have to manually focus. Yeah, no, it doesn't have in-body stabilization. They're not as, they can not be as sharp as some of the newer stuff. Although in some of the older stuff, especially when you're talking about like your older Zeiss lenses, your old Leica lenses, your higher end older lenses, I mean, you're getting really high quality glass in those even back then. So, even if you're looking, or maybe not especially, but with doing like videography and doing like making little short films, some of that lens flare that you get, that softness, that vignetting, just some of the stuff that you get with the character that you get with the older lenses, can lend itself to an artsy kind of look that, honestly, to get that, you have to sit there and mess around with presets and mess around with the effects and stuff in Photoshop and Lightroom and all that to get that old look to your image that you can get with some of these older lenses. So, and as always, go check Flickr, go check on forums, go check on YouTube. You can see videos and clips and images and reviews and just all kind of stuff. It's something that you can get into inexpensive. The only thing that I've noticed too is lenses that would have been $5 or $10, if that, probably people would just be like 50 cents, at a local garage sale. Now are $30, $40, $50 on up. So it's something fun, and if you're wanting to get really fast glass, it's a good way. It's an inexpensive way to get fast glass. So it's just something that if you're interested in it, I definitely, when I first, this is, you can go ahead and, I'll go ahead and say the thanks for watching and all that, but I have my extra 2 cents to say. But, thanks for watching. Hit the like button, questions, comments, all that, comment section. If you have any information on good places to pick up lenses from that I didn't mention, comment section. If you have any information or opinions on this KEH camera store, go and put those in the comment section, because I'm kind of interested in some of the stuff that they have. But now on to my little section. Personally, when I first saw the whole film thing of getting back into the old film cameras, old film lenses, I was kind of thinking, okay, I can do the film and I can process the black and whites at home, doing like caffeinol method, where you use caffeine, vitamin C powder and all that, and then scan them and put them into Photoshop or Lightroom and do little corrections, and then upload them or print them or do stuff like that. And then I started looking into, when I picked up this A7, I started looking more into that. Is I can skip that film setup, even though I picked up a film camera with one of my lenses. I can now put those lenses on there and get that vintage look of the lens and the glass and just the little character that the old lenses have to them. I can get that and skip the step of having to buy film, develop film. Although I do want to get into that, and I will get into that. But it's just, with doing this, you get to have some fun, and it slows you down when you're taking your pictures, and almost like I'm in my mind in a good way, because you're having to sit there. You can't just set it on auto and it does everything. You have to adjust your aperture, think about how much of a depth of field you want, adjust your focus, put what you want in focus. But it's easy and it's fun, and it's just, and like on the A7, it looks cool to have the old lens on there. It really fits the style of that camera. So thanks for watching. If you stuck through this, my little end portion, thanks a lot. Hit that like button. I'm gonna work on getting some videos up with the old cameras, shoot a little bit of video footage with them, so you can see what kind of image you get with the older lenses. One thing I do want to mention, and I kind of wish I would have put this in the first little portion, is with the focus throw on there. That is something that you may also want to look into, and if you can find reviews on that, or where people have talked about that, how long or short the throw is to go from close focus to infinity. Now, having a longer travel for that focus ring will give you more fine control. However, if you're needing to jump from focus from close to far away quickly, it's going to take a little bit more time. So it has its pluses and negatives. So as always, thank you very much for watching. Please hit that like button. I like when my videos get likes. And if questions, comments, and all that stuff in the comments section. And until next time, get out there with your camera, whether you're using new lenses, old lenses, new cameras, old cameras, high megapixel, low megapixel, full frame, or crop. Have fun and take more pictures. Have a good one.